Hi, this is Free Thinking Through the Fourth Turning. I'm Sasha Stone. Happy birthday, America. There's no place like home. 250 years of opportunity has built a republic if we can keep it. It's been said that you can spot an American from a mile away. Travelers to Europe are advised to adjust their attire to blend in with the locals and avoid looking so casual. The French think Americans are loud and rude, and Europe has a long tradition of sneering at how classless we all are, even before Trump. I spent a month in Italy, and it's a beautiful place. The slow living, the long naps when all the stores shut down for hours during the day, the tiny cars, the laundry drying on the balconies, the fresh food at the farmer's market. I feel lucky that when I came back from Italy, I was pregnant, and having my baby is the single greatest thing that has ever happened to me. But I'm also glad she grew up in America. I used to travel to France to cover the Cannes Film Festival, and again, I admired their way of life, the food especially. But every time I stayed too long, I began to miss my home in America. There's something thrilling about living in a free country that I've never felt anywhere else. It seems to me that if you are born here, you make up your life as it goes along. It's not planned out for you necessarily, although in some cases I guess it probably is. In my case, it wasn't. I knew I could invent myself any way I wanted, and if I didn't like that version, I could reinvent myself. We're like our country, a work in progress. It's always there for the taking, that promise of opportunity. Donald Trump is all of America's freedoms wrapped up in one imperfect man. He broke through the thick layer of oppressive thought and speech and showed the world that here you really can say anything you want, as long as some crazed totalitarian doesn't try to shoot you. That's the country I want to live in. It isn't that the greatest writing or art has come from a place like America. Plenty of great works have come from places that don't center freedom as their main objective. But once you've tasted it, you can't give it up. In his speech last night, Trump said,
"The American founding represents the best ideas and traditions in history by the best people like you. You can be loyal to Karl Marx, or you can be loyal to America. You can be a communist, or you can be a patriot. You cannot be both. As for those who peddle Marxist lies about our heritage, tell our children that we live on stolen land, or that our heroes were oppressors, they're doing something much worse than slandering our past. They are slandering and attacking our future. Not going to let that happen. They're trying to tear down the great American character, to destroy the people who declared independence, who crossed the Delaware, who settled the West, and who conquered the skies. You know who those people are. But we will never let that happen."
In America now, two stories are competing to claim the right to rule the future. Trump is telling the better story, the one America was founded on, and the one we've all believed, at least up until recently, when a new wave of progressives decided that the better story paints America as a corrupt, rotten, white supremacist empire that has to be torn down to the studs and rebuilt. They must be terrified about the 2030 census because they've decided to die on the hill of illegal immigration, which is fast becoming their most important issue. That, alongside democratic socialism, is a recipe for disaster. This was Bill Clinton's bummer message on the 4th. Quote, "The people in charge have unleashed masked agents on American communities to seize people from their homes, workplaces, and street. They have started an unconstitutional war on a whim with no clear objectives or exit strategy, and zero regard for the consequences to the lives of millions of people around the world. And with the help of lifetime appointees to the Supreme Court and a compliant Congress, they've weaponized government to settle personal scores, prosecute enemies, stamp out free speech, and made the federal government a new profit center for themselves and their allies. Their New Deal is socialism for the super rich and their own enrichment, even if it means increasing poverty, inequality, and illness at home and around the world. They also want to rewrite history to ignore and outright deny our past flaws, while banning books that say otherwise from our libraries, and they select even our military leaders based on their vision of political correctness over ability, end quote. I always thought Bill Clinton was a good president, but reading that just now makes me think he wasn't. All he's ever been able to do is point the finger at the other side and never offer any real solutions. He's not the man in the arena, he's the man on the sidelines. What I love about Trump and his supporters is how much they love America. They love it so much that they plant flags all over their homes. They admire the founding fathers. They call themselves patriots. We didn't have that kind of pride on the left when I was growing up. And even now, so many see the American flag and love of country as dangerous, racist, bigoted, fascist. Whoever told these people that is what MAGA is about lied. They're protective of America's laws and its border. That is out of love of country. The left has taken almost everything from them. They've locked them out of culture, forbidden them from participating in any of their major events, dehumanized, demonized, and disenfranchised them. But the one thing they couldn't take was their citizenship. They hit the jackpot just by being born in America. To think it would be so easy for people all over the world to come here illegally and claim that prize, or to come here and attempt to remake America into something it was never meant to be, devalues the one thing they treasure most of all. I've always been a proud American. I've always preferred this country over any other. But only in the last few years have I understood what it means to be a patriot, to be ready to fight for the country I love, and that is because of the people I've gotten to know on the right. This country is worth fighting for. I might not agree with all the policies on the right or even Trump himself all the time, but I'd rather have the future of this country in the hands of people who love it the way Trump does than people who hate it the way so many on the left do, just because their candidates are weak and their policies are toxic. Here is Spencer Pratt.
We all had to sit and watch that vile commie mayor sit on the wrong side of our founding fathers' desk to try and lecture us about our own history. Notice how the communist always attacks your history. The communist must attack your history. Why? Because history is what anchors you. It's what makes us attached to something. Nostalgia is a hell of a drug. History breeds an almost irrational attachment to things, an attachment that is more powerful than anyone can imagine. Erasing history is how you demoralize people, how you unmoor them and detach them from their society so you can take it from them and rewrite it in your image. Think of your country like a home. What makes your home special? It's not the marble countertops or the expensive furniture or the fancy appliances. It's the memories you have there. That backyard is where we got married. That living room rug is where our son took his first step. Hey, don't touch that. That was his first teddy bear. It doesn't matter how torn and tattered that thing is. You will never get rid of it. And you will fight anyone who tries to take it away. Why? Because you have history with it. You ever buy a new home? Remember those first few months? Even the first few years there, it doesn't feel like home. It could be a million times nicer than the crappy apartment you came from, but it doesn't feel like home for a long time because you don't have history there. It's easy to knock down some walls, change the floor plan. If you have no memories to attach you to it, it's just wood and drywall. Who cares? Get rid of it. Memories make it a home, even the bad ones. Hey, remember when Dad hit his head on the rafter in the attic and we spent all night in the ER? That's the avocado tree I fell out of and broke my first bone. Isn't it weird how even the bad memories make us cherish a place? It's not like we long for those bad times, but bad times are part of what makes us stronger, a part of what makes us who we are. How can you resent those memories without fundamentally resenting who you are? History is so important to humans that even bad memories anchor us to our home. And that's what the communist always starts with, the bad memories. Oh, we can get rid of that little story. We can knock down that statue. We can change the name of that street. That's a bad memory from our history. You don't want that memory hanging around. You're not a bigot, right? And slowly but surely, this wall comes down. Then that wall gets sledgehammered. The rafter where dad hit his head, that's gone. The rub where your son took his first step, that's gone. The gash in the wood floor where you stomped the glass on your wedding ceremony, that's gone and replaced with shiny vinyl planks. And now you've got a brand new home with no memories. Now what? Do you care what they do with it? Do you care what color they paint the walls? Nah. Do whatever you want. I don't care. I have no attachment to it. I have no memories with that. You love your home because of the memories you have there. And that's why the communist always must destroy your memories, destroy your history. If the communist wishes to take your home, he must first destroy your memory of it so he can erase your attachment to it and demoralize you. Mao destroyed what he called the four olds: old ideas, old culture, old customs, and old habits. If you call them olds, it makes them sound bad. You don't want that old thing. Get rid of it. But it is fundamentally human nature to cherish your history. We crave learning about our history, where we came from, who our ancestors were. That's human. But communism is an evil, anti-human religion, so it must destroy what makes us human. The communist destroys your history so he can take your home and rebuild it in his image. That's why it's your patriotic duty to celebrate today unashamed. It's okay to love America. Not only is it okay to love America, it's necessary to love America. We are the only bulwark against tyranny on this earth. When Europe descends into madness time and time again, it's our sons who cross the oceans to fight and die for freedom and human dignity. We don't let evil people destroy our history and rewrite it in their image. This is Independence Day. It's not just a number on the calendar. Don't say Happy 4th. That's commie gobbledygook.
No offense, but it sounds like some fucking commie gobbledygook.
We say Independence Day. Today we celebrate the men who reclaimed a beautiful slice of this earth and claimed it for God, for the values of freedom and rugged independence. Our history is messy. Our history is violent. Yeah, it is, and that's why we love it. We aren't cowards. We don't turn our backs on the painful memories because they make us who we are. Be proud of our country, damn it. America is the birthplace of every great invention of the last 250 years. Like literally everything. Airplanes, spaceships, internet, telephones. As a country, we are batting 1,000. Not only is it a miracle that this radical experiment in self-governance even survived past 1776, but we are the champions of the world. Be proud of that. Be proud of your history. Millions of your ancestors fought and died to preserve it. Commie Mamdani's ancestors never bled for this country. He has no history here, so he has no attachment to our home. He has no place to rewrite our history and lecture us about what our country stands for. So celebrate today. Show some American pride. Honor your history. Raise your flag. Raise a finger and say, "F you, communists. This is our home, and you can't have it." Today we celebrate our Independence Day. God bless America.
I wanted to write 250 things I love about America, but it got too long. So this will have to do. Here are just some of the things I love. I love the interstates as part of the great legacy of Dwight D. Eisenhower. I love the Pacific Ocean because it stretches along the state. I love Catalina Island off the California coast where I spent many a summer with my best friend. I love seeing our history in many cultures that came here, like Chinatown, Little Italy, Mexican food in LA, soul food in the South, Irish bars and pubs in the middle of nowhere. And yes, you can appreciate a nation of immigrants while still policing our borders now. I love how nice people are in some places like California, Ohio, and Iowa, where they smile at you on the street. I love the weather extremes, from dusty plains to the snowy mountains to the hurricanes by the sea. I love the historic monuments from the Civil War and the Revolutionary War. I love the town squares that you can still see if you drive through the middle of America. Even though many are abandoned, they still look like hope to me. I love how each town square has a church, a post office, and a school. I love the many farmlands that blanket the Midwest. I love the small mom-and-pop coffee drive-thrus and even the convenience of a Starbucks in nearly every town. I love Route 66 and how people still drive it and visit the forgotten places. I love the absurdity of Las Vegas, how it sprouts up impossibly in the middle of the desert. I love the American writers who helped shape our country's sense of itself. Mark Twain, F. Scott Fitzgerald, Flannery O'Connor, Richard Ford, Maya Angelou. I love the musical traditions that started here, jazz and the blues, and became rock and roll. I love the legend of Sleepy Hollow and the town that still remembers it. I love diners and dive bars. I love Gone with the Wind and how it's still the highest grossing film of all time when adjusted for inflation. I love The Twilight Zone and find it timeless, as relevant today as it was in the 1950s. I love the footprints at the Grauman's Chinese Theater in Hollywood. I love the U.S. military and its devotion to the country. I love the wildflowers that bloom in California every year. I love soft serve ice cream at the DQ. I love Levi's. I love New York pizza. I love Solvang in California. I love driving up the Oregon coast. I love the songs of Bob Dylan. I love the tap dancing of Fred Astaire. I love how anybody can be a star on YouTube, no matter where they come from, but YouTube could never have been invented anywhere but America. I love how I could build a business as a single mom in a one-room guest house in Van Nuys, and that business would, 5 years later, become profitable because I worked hard and I had a good idea. And then when my career went up in flames in 2024, I could turn around and build another career on Substack, because that's what America is all about, inventing and reinventing yourself. I love the innovative spirit that built America in real life and online. I love reading about the early settlers, the Puritans, and the homesteaders, how much they sacrificed to help make America a home. And I love the history of the Native Americans too, even if so much of it remains a tragedy now. I love high-speed internet and Wi-Fi that are available almost everywhere, and if they're not, I have a hotspot. I love the old American cars that were not just exceptional, but beautiful. I love the tradition of baseball. I love that people faithfully watch football even if I don't. I love the tradition of sourdough bread all over social media. I love that the best basketball players in the world are from here. I love that every state is different from one to the next. I love Harper's Ferry, how it's frozen in time. I love that we found a way to move on from the trauma of our past with slavery and how we fought a bloody civil war to end it. I love that we were the good guys in World War II. We did the right thing in entering the war and helping the Allies win. I love that you can be anything here. The door is always open. It's up to you to walk through it. I love that America is a Christian nation, and you can see that if you drive across it, but it's also a country that stands for freedom of religion too. I love American comedians, Groucho Marx, George Carlin, Richard Pryor, Steve Martin, and Johnny Carson. I love that the best films from the 1970s were American movies like The Godfather, The French Connection, Taxi Driver, and Network. But I also love more modern masterpieces by American filmmakers like No Country for Old Men and Sideways. I love that people play the lottery thinking one day they will hit the jackpot. They never will, but they can still dream. I love Thanksgiving and the way we celebrate it in America, which is to say, all together as one big dysfunctional family. I love the tradition of Halloween and how every October the pumpkins and costumes come out. I love the way the weather changes. I love the Declaration of Independence and those who dared to build this wild, untamed, optimistic work in progress. I love that America is always looking to the future to find a better version of itself and its people. I love that so many Americans still believe in the American dream. I love watching the movie Jaws on the 4th of July. I love that people watch fireworks even if I never do, because they traumatize my dogs. I love that we have a holiday just to celebrate the day we became a country, a ragtag group of deplorable revolutionaries who set out to build a brand new country. Oh, the audacity of it. I love living here and would not want to live anywhere else. Happy 250th birthday, my beloved country. And happy 4th to you, dear readers. Thanks for everything. I hope you're having a wonderful weekend. Thanks for listening to my podcast, sashastone.com. I didn't mention all the pictures that are in that post, so if you'd like to check them out, they're just things I've taken on the road over the years. You can see that on the post on the main page, sashastone.com. And if you'd like to become a paid subscriber or leave a tip, you can do that as well by going to the main page, sashastone.com, and scrolling down. You'll find a link for that. And remember, to thine own self be true.
This is John David, a close friend and a great American patriot and a Tea Party attendee. John David. This song is called American Heart, and it goes out to all of you.
They say our reputation needs a new coat of paint and a delicate melody. But I say I like the bruises, 'cause a melody don't mean a thing. We don't have the strength to sing. And I won't be made to ever feel ashamed. That I'm American made. I got American parts. I got American faith in America's heart. Go on, raise the flag. 'Cause I got stars in my eyes. Oh, I'm in love with her. And I won't apologize. They say that we need changing, as if all the founding fathers seem to get it wrong. But I say I still believe in the greatest innovator, liberator, cultivator, freedom knows. So I suggest you take a look inside, 'cause I think you changed already. You went and lost your pride. But I'm American made. I got American heart. I got American faith in America's heart. Go on, raise the flag. 'Cause I got stars in my eyes. Oh, I'm in love with her. And I won't apologize. Dress her up so you don't recognize her. She'll still be there if you wake up in the night. Because a mother can always find her child lost. I'm American made. I got American parts. I got American faith in America's heart. Go on, raise the flag, 'cause I got stars in my eyes. Oh, I'm in love with her, and I won't apologize. Oh, I'm